Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today I wanted to take the time to discuss the new difficulty system that we are going to see implemented in BWL. Now this system is pretty basic, as well as it is still in the very early stages. I imagine it will be more refined and we will get more information as the PTR testing continues, but for right now this is all we have. So before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to switch it over here to the article, and now this is a spoiler alert. Please be aware if you do not want to have this spoiled. This is PTR, so if you want it to be a surprise, please click off the video right now. I do not want to ruin it for you if you are someone that wants to be just straight up surprised with what we are going to be seeing in BWL. But anyway, let's get into this article. So it says the PTR has been underway and we have a potential scaling difficulty system similar to heat levels in Molten Core. The Molten Core heat levels have been impacted difficulty. However, turning up the heat really meant just turning up the fire resistance and Blackwing layer. Things look far more interesting with the additional mechanics being introduced. While we are still early in Phase 5 testing, it appears that players can choose which trials, if any, to have active in their raid. We don't know what the rewards are the increased difficulty will give. We can speculate that it will be increased loot and cosmetic rewards similar to Molten Core heat levels. So, the blue trial, challenging the trial of the blue dragonflight randomly affected with Arcane Bomb, which will deal heavy damage split among all those affected. So you either need to have all of your bomb people stack, or you need to have locations for bomb people to go and then spread it among people with non-bombs. I'm not entirely sure how that will play out, but those are the two ways to deal with that pops into my head. I don't know if the damage will be split equally around those that only have the bomb debuff, but I'd probably imagine it's something like a living bomb that a mage does, and so that damage will probably be too much for one person to handle, and it'll one-shot them if not treated properly, or put like power word shield on them, something like that. In the bronze trial, this is probably the most interesting and can lead to the craziest stuff. Challenging the trial of the bronze dragonflight, time will randomly slow down and speed up. So, like, I don't know how fast that's going to be or how slow it could be, but, like, it'll be really weird, because if you get just insane haste, the bosses also get insane haste. So, like, if a boss just gets 50% haste, it beats the crap out of you and you die, that would be terrible. And then if you, you just got to be paying attention, essentially, because, like, if it's super slow, heals are going to be really slow, so instant cast spells are going to be huge. Does it affect GCD? Just so many different things popping in my head with that one, and I think it could be a lot of fun or pure chaos and terrible, so we'll have to find out. The green trial, so challenging the trial of the green dragonflight, randomly affected by powerful nature magic, dealing damage to nearby players and leaving a pool of poison. So just putting poison blobs on the floor, so you just got to move around, manage those properly, don't just stand in poison, essentially. Then the red trial, actually pretty interesting. I think healers will enjoy this. Healers actually have something to pay attention to and do, so like healer responsibility other than just healing. But challenging the trial of the red dragonflight, when injured, burn for 0 fire damage every 3 seconds until healed above 90% of your maximum health. Direct heals remove 1 stack. So I don't know, so every time you get hit, is it going to put that fire debuff on you, and it's just going to keep stacking? That could be very problematic for tanks, as well as there's a lot of AoE in BWL, so everyone getting afflicted by that could be pretty terrible. It also has a lot, if you put a pre-shield on everyone and everyone is pre-shield, would that ignore that mechanic because you're not taking damage, so you're not getting injured? Is injured below 35%? Something like that. I don't know exactly when injured means, so I'd love more clarification on that. But those are the 4 trials, as this says, and as I'm going to tell you guys, this is the PTR, this is the very first iteration of what we're seeing for this difficulty system. I think with the feedback from the heat system and how bad that was, or how brutal people were about it, I think it will be a refreshing change, because you're not gatekept by a lot of preparation and work. I personally really enjoyed the heat system from a guild leader's perspective, organizing that as a team, building up, doing heat 1, heat 2, heat 3, and just sort of, every step of the way going at it how I believe it was designed to be done. I really enjoyed it, but even now, where we're at the point where people are subbing out and stuff like that, it's really difficult to fill a spot for heat 3, because most people, they're either raiding with their groups and they have the FR, or they just don't have it. So it makes it very, very difficult to find someone to sort of fill those spots if you ever have someone who can't make a raid or something like that. So that's a big gatekeep and block that I see with the FR system. That's really my only complaint. As far as the logistics go and what it did, I had no problem with it. I thought it was cool. I thought it used a lot of stuff that was just unused in Classic. Generally, when you're talking about FR gear for Molten Core, you have Ragnaros and tanking, and that's about it. No one needs the Flare Core stuff. No one needs to get the other FR stuff. So I thought it was a really good utilization of unused gear, and it is what it is. People either love it or they hate it, and there hasn't been much in between about that. But I'm happy to see a new system, not just be Shadow Res or Nature Res or Frost Res, because they very easily could have just done that for every raid and taken a lot of criticism about originality. But I think all in all, I'm excited for these buffs. I think it'll be cool to see how they're implemented. That haste one, as I mentioned when we read it, I think that's going to be the most obnoxious to deal with, as well as the bomb one. And I wonder if it'll be like a rotating one where each week we just get one buff and that's just the only difficulty shift, or are you going to be able to put all 4 trials on at once and have to deal with all of it, and that's the uber hard mode? Because that could be actually quite overwhelming, if you ask me, trying to deal with everything at the same time. But it could lead to some awesome fun BWL, make a nice spin for it, and just sort of see where everything goes. But anyway, I truly hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this difficulty system. And until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.